Hey, what is up, all you lonely watchers out there? Welcome, Mika. I see you're here. And, that's it. I saw there was a third person here earlier. Because I had to do stuff in the background while I had the capture up. So I guess I'll... What do you mean Oh, I had the recording location set to something. Hold on. I have to change the pathway for this. There we go. I had it set to record to an SD card that doesn't exist. There we go. Are we ready, chat? Or I guess Mika, since you're the only one here. I'll have to wait for you to to sign off on it. But right now it's set to the Buster's mission. I always just started at the Buster's mission. Hot dog, sure. What happened? You were in there. That's the name I saw that was in there earlier. What happened? How could you leave us like that? You could be beating up Buster Jabanyan right now. But no. How could you? Freebie. Bam. Hello, Azza. Wrong game. Yokai Watch 4 is actually like 10 times better than Yokai Watch 3, but it's whatever. It's okay. Everyone can have their wrong opinion. I guess the real question is whether you're a 2 or 3 enjoyer. That's the real question, because like, whose favorite game is 1 and whose favorite game is 4? I mean, 4 is my favorite game, but most people know that's not the case. Oh, come! Oh, you're already revived. You are a fake fan, Azza. The buggy, grindy, button-mashy mess is clearly better than the game design in Yokai Watch 3 and the quests and the yokai designs and the areas and the mini-games and everything. I feel like the content in 3 is great, but I feel like the amount of content is overwhelming. Like, it gets to a point. Every game I feel like has an apex. So I feel like Yokai Watch 3 can be a little bit too much. Two, I think 2 could use a tiny bit more, I think, but it's like the closest game in the series to hitting that sweet spot. 1 has nothing, absolutely nothing to do. You have the Infinite Inferno and that's it. 2, you had the Infinite Inferno and Divine Paradise extended onto it, and the Infinite Tunnel, and just the post-game quests were a lot better, and you had Gara Gara Land, and you had blasters. If you're into that, I wasn't really into psychic blasters that much, but some people really are. Oh yeah, psychic specters. I guess I should clarify when I'm talking about psychic specters when I say this. Because Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls, it's better than 1, but it still doesn't have a whole lot to do. And there's some like other dungeons and stuff that I can't remember the name of that are also pretty good. Mika, is there anything specific you want to do? Like, we could keep trying this to get the Blasters Yokai, or maybe... Oh, Hot Dog Shirt, you're back. I thought you were coming next time. Well, I assume that meant, like, next stream. But I guess, yeah, now I have to take both of you into consideration. Ugh. So hard. I just hit my camera with my watch. But you know what? Sure, we'll do this one. We'll do this one again. Hot Dog, sure, we're waiting for you. You could join. If you can get in within like a couple minutes, we'll wait for you. like a minute or two, but I don't want to keep these guys waiting forever. These guys and gals and non-binary pals. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird this is the first game he's befriendable in? Like, he seems... He gives strong befriendable in Yokai Watch 3 vibes, but he just isn't. This is the first game he's befriendable in, outside of maybe Puni Puni? Asa might have a better idea of that than me. Is he befriendable in Puni Puni? And if so, was he befriendable? Was he added to Puni Puni before Yokai Watch 4 came out? He's not in Puni yet. He has one variant, so it's not actually him. That's interesting. I'll have to look that up later. That sounds really interesting. McCracken, if from a timeline where he won in Yokai Watch 1. I don't think it's friends only. I don't think it's friends only. But then again, I can't read. Is that you? Is that you, Sam? Are you the level 99 Sheen? Or did some random Japanese player join us? No, then who is this? Who is this? Can I kick you? There you go. Now try to join. Sorry about that. We just get a random Japanese player. Which would be cool in any other context, but I want y'all to have a fair shot, just not some rando. There you go. There you go. 52 Burly. I've never seen anyone play Burly in Blasters, actually. So that's actually pretty interesting. I mean, I've also never seen someone play McCracken, but here we are. I keep forgetting he's in this game. Not gonna lie. Why did they add Onigiri Samurai? They should have added the shiny Onigiri Samurai. Or Slice and Rice, sorry. Why am I having like a blah? Slice and Rice, that's his English name. Why am I so bad with this recently? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, leg sit, absolutely. Why did leg sit get added? He is the most, or they are the most. Does leg sit have a gender? I'm not actually aware. Y'all are dying over there. Y'all are going to the wrong spot. What are you doing? You're supposed to go to Koma-san first. I can't even, like, get enough time to revive. I keep getting hit. Y'all, we go to Koma-san first. For future reference. Why would we get Kyorei? Okay. I mean, I guess it's the best time for them to come in because of Shadow Side. No, I'm gonna take out these ones first. Destroy them, and then we can heal you. Oh, Mika, are you the one that fully ascended? I'm sorry. I mean, at least I believe you'll still gain the Oni orbs at the end. Just curious, I'm not doubting your guys' insight, but I would really like to know where y'all get this Yokai Watch 4 development history, like, information. Like, I'm really curious, because I feel like that's something that's kind of hard to come by. So, because, like, I'd love to do a deep dive on that. I'd love to know where y'all are getting that information. Wait, no, we have to do Usapion. Because you guys skipped... You guys do Jibanyan first, so we gotta go to beat Usapion. Isn't Flammarice a... I thought Flammarice was a fusion. Why is y'all's frame rate looking, like, wonky? No, but Kraken's second form would have just worked like how the Shadow Sides work. He would have transformed into that form. Ooh, a green coin. Because it's like on the opposite side of his yokai arc. But yeah, unfortunately that did get cut, but the files were found in the game. There's also like, Yamata Orochi was supposed to be in the game. And there are like scrapped yokai arcs that aren't like files in the game, like image files, but you can see like 3D models of them in like the opening cinematic of Shadowside Wiglin and Lucky and Atsuchi Kamamoto, implying that they were originally meant for the game. And also there are Xbox button icons in the files as well, implying that either A, this game was meant to come to Xbox, or B, this game was meant to come to PC, and it had Xbox button icons for in case you're using you're playing the game with an Xbox controller. Which is probably the more likely thing. Because not a lot of Japanese developers, especially making really Japanese games like this, are gonna bring their games to Xbox. Xbox has, like, no presence in Japan. Nobody in Japan buys an Xbox. You have a PlayStation or a Switch. Like... So I assume, like, the game was meant to come to PC, and that would fix all of the issues! That would fix all of the issues with the game! Well, all of the technical issues, at least. Which I guess technically they're fixed on PS4, but, like, who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Who actually... Raise a show of hands, who actually plays the PS4 version? None of you playing can raise your hand because there is no crossplay, unfortunately, which sucks. There's no crossplay. If there was crossplay, then you'd be able to get McCracken, because McCracken you could only get by purchasing Yokai Watch 1 for Nintendo Switch, and you get a special code that you can enter in the eShop that allows you to get McCracken and Yokai Watch 4. But they never accounted for PS4 players. They never added a workaround. So it is literally impossible to 100% the PS4 version of Yokai Watch 4, because you cannot get McCracken. There is still a slot for him, there is still data for him in the game, but without modifying the save file, you are not able to play as him or unlock him in the PS4 version or trade him or encounter him or anything. His befriendable form is purely a Nintendo Switch exclusive. And it's literally, it's not out of, oh, let's give the Nintendo player something special. It's literally out of laziness, because his files are still in the PS4 version and his medallion entry is still there. It just can't be unlocked via normal means. Nope, there's no crossplay. That's why pretty much nobody plays the PS4 version, even though it runs better. Because one, most Yokai Watch fans are Nintendo fans. Two, there's no there's McCracken is ineligible. The game is literally impossible to 100%. And 3, because of those two factors, most players are on Nintendo Switch, so that's where a lot of the traders, and that's where a lot of the online play happens. Because of those two factors already enriching that, so that drives even less people to play the PS4 version, unless you're going for like a gameplay experience. Like, I do a Nuzlocke on PS4, I do like little challenge runs and stuff, but that's never going to be my main save file, because it's literally impossible to 100% the game, and there's almost nobody to play with there. Yeah, Tsukiyomi's the best healer in the game. But yeah, if they just added crossplay, it would have made it so much easier. That they literally would have fixed that problem. They wouldn't have had to make a workaround or anything, like where, oh, in the PS4 you can get, only in the PS4 version you can get Con for McCracken, or oh, we'll just throw a code in the PS4 version specs. Like, no. They could have just made you trade with a Switch player, but just not an option. I hate. Wait, no, I meant to change the mission. Let's do a different. Screw it. You know, I want to do Fudomi Yokai. Let's do Fudomi Yokai. This is a fun mission. This is a fun one. Okay. Okay, Yokai Watch 4 roster, let's think about that. There's Legsit and Rocky Bad Boya, Corn Fused, and then the superheroes, Silver Lining Little Charmer and Dead Cool. I think that's it. I think that is sad. But also, a lot of the yokai in 3 aren't that good to begin with, let's be honest. They're all, so many of them are just food or, like, dumb pop culture references. Like, the new yokai introduced in 4, a whole lot of them aren't that great. And Zazzle, that's true too. Zazzle's technically a yokai. Watch 3 yokai. Was Awoken Enma in Blasters, or was his first appearance in 3 as well? Because Awoken Enma appears in this game. Enma Awoken's from 3? Okay, so, yeah, he's also... Enma Awoken is also 3 yokai, technically, as well. How many... There's a couple of yokai from Busters 2, technically, like Shadowside yokai that made her debut. Like, Future Enma is a technicality. If you want to count that, you can count that. If not, don't. But there's also Lord Ananta. There's Yami Enma. I think that might be it, because I don't think Yasha Enma made an appearance in Busters 2. Lord Akala isn't a befriendable yokai in this game, though. So I don't know if you'd count that. He's a transformation that Cole has. He's not a befriendable yokai. But depending on how much you want to stretch that definition, you could technically say that. It feels weird to call that, like, some of those Shadowside designs, like, Busters 2 yokai, but it's true. Go, go, go! And it's weird to say Michi technically appeared in the first yokai watch game. No, but Enma Awoken is a transformation of a playable yokai. So I feel like that's different. Lord Akala is a transformation of one of the human characters, of one of the Watchers. Enma Awoken has, like, a little Wikipedia entry as a yokai, while as Lord Akala has it under a sword bearer, not as a playable yokai. Oh, I keep forgetting Molar Petite is in this game. Why is she here? Such a strange selection. How did I forget Cyborg Y? There's literally one staring me in the face right now. But dang, you're right. He's a... Why does he feel like a Blasters yokai? I know he's not. I know he originated in 3, but he gives me Blasters vibes. He gives me heavy Blasters vibes. Like, he feels like he would debut in Blasters, but he obviously didn't. Is Brutal in this game? No. Only Snartle. No Brutal and no Zerberker. And fun fact, you get Snartle in this game by doing the opposite of what you do in the normal games. Instead of jaywalking jaywalking a couple times, you have to legally cross the street 10 times for him to appear. Why? I'm still not entirely sure. And then you have to jaywalk 10 times to get Gargaros. And also you have a rare chance of getting Ogreless instead. I should like translate the dot. You know what? That's a good idea for a short. That's a good idea for a short. Do I have time to type this? That's a good idea for a short. Talking about about how Snartle has like, you trigger him the opposite way in Yokai Watch 4. No Yokai Watch, no Yokai from 3 have shadow sides. It's pretty much Yokai from 1 and 2 and the Yokai Watch shadow side anime. Oh, you got the sword, nice. Congrats. Also, there are like pre-evolutions in this game. Oh, we got a gold washer and a gold Yamanba? At once, too. But yeah, there are pre-evolutions in this game, and their evolution, even though there's no evolutions in this game. Like, you can befriend Frostina and Blizzaria separately, but Frostina does not evolve into Blizzaria. You can only get them in those forms, and they can't change. So it's like, why are both here? What's the point? That feels like a wasted slot. As much as I love the Blizzaria line, that's dumb. But that's not technically Whisper, though. That's Whisper 2040. Like, aren't the Shadow Side Yokai considered separate? Like, for the same reason, like, we consider, like, the Enma from Shadow Side to be different. Kind of. From the Enma and the 3DS games. Sophie, welcome. I were you here earlier? I guess I missed you. I'm sorry, but welcome. Oh my god, why was Directator never befriendable? He would have been so perfect as a Yokai Watch 3 yokai. But no. Like, he could totally have like a 5 quest long like quest line at the end he auto befriends. Like, that would be so cool. The fact that we got befriendable McCracken before befriendable Madman is kind of crazy. Oh yeah, Koma-san and Komajiro are technically I believe Koma-san and Komajiro are the only case, though, where they share the same name, but they're completely different characters. Which was a weird decision. Why didn't they just make Komajiro a dog, too, and then be like they're the same? Was the frog pun worth it? Well, Directator did have medals, right? He did have medals for the toys where he was mysterious. I'm pretty sure we had them in America. I'm like 90% sure they... Yeah, I remember having a Japanese medal of him. So he was already like officially mysterious. Unlike Whisper, who only got a medal in America for the longest time, and he was just like a no tribe instead of making him mysterious like they ended up doing. But I understand why they didn't make death metal and like movie characters and stuff like that into yokai, but like Directator was in Yokai Watch 2 and 3. He was already there. Why didn't you give him a moveset? Whispers, did I say mysterious? I meant to say slippery. My bad. I know Whisper's slippery. I just made a mistake. Because I was talking about Directator, I must have got my lines crossed. But yeah, in America, when he got his medal in the first Yokai Watch, they just marked him as nothing instead of giving him a tribe. Even though it's kind of obvious he would be slippery. He could be mysterious, but like, he fits way more with slippery. Who knows? Maybe he'd be Wandroid. Which they literally just called Hagure in Japan. They literally just called him the Hagure, called the Wandroid tribe the Hagure tribe. By tomorrow, I better see fan art of Whisper as a Kyborg. I swear to Celestia. If we befriended Dame Deadtime, if Dame Deadtime was ever befriendable, I feel like McCracken would have become befriendable at the same time in the 3DS era. Because now McCracken was just relegated to a 10th, an anniversary thing. Oh, my voice is... My throat is so dry. This is the most I've talked in a day. I normally shut the hell up for most of it. Because I don't talk to anybody here. A gold one? Is that going to be worth anything? We'll see. It feels weird that like Loiter, Schemer, and all them weren't befriendable in the Psychic Spectres update. You can get them in the Yokai Watch randomizer though. I didn't in my playthrough, but I know it's possible. Or wait, no, I did. I did get one of them. I just forget which one. It was the long, squiggly serpent one, I think. I'm 90% sure. Because I think I remember naming him like Squigs or something like that. I gotta get those ultra bosses. The zombies have medals for... Doesn't it have something to do with the tactics board or something? Not the tactics board, I mean the shooty, the Yokai Watch Blaster minigame. That's why they have medals. That doesn't necessarily mean they were meant to be befriendable. They needed medals anyway for that minigame. They needed little icons. Is there a way to level up from the ready screens? As far as I'm aware, no. You have to talk to Naked Speed outside in the Buster's hellhole. You heard it here first, folks. Zombies are 100% American. Nobody has ever died and came back to life in Europe. Or, like, Asia, or Russia, or India. People only die and come back to life in America. It's a very well-known fact of science fiction. Zombies can never exist outside the United States. Captain Thunder isn't available in Blasters? I mean, I don't really play Blasters because I don't like it. But I'm like, it sounds like he would have been like a Moon Rabbit Crew update yokai, but I guess he's not. That's so weird. Oh, yes, the continents. North America, South America, Asia, and India. I said Russia. I said America, Europe, Russia, and... I didn't say South America. I was just naming random places. They weren't necessarily all countries or all continents. I was just saying shit.
Okay.
I've never seen a zombie in No Man's Land. I've never seen a zombie in Narnia. I've never seen a zombie in Oz. I've never seen a zombie in Springdale. Demona moment. Welcome. I swear I'll do some more variety streams once I get out of college. But no stream tomorrow. I got to lock down and study. And I have Sunday is gonna be a very special day for me. I won't be around. I mean, technically true. For me, I haven't played Yokai Watch 3 long enough to get zombies in Springdale, if that's even possible. I didn't know it was possible. I thought zombies would be a BBQ only joint. Mika, give it back. I'm going to end you. Okay, they're on BBQ only. Oh, you said Zomboy. I read it as zombie. I'm only like... See, I'm not that good at streaming. I can only like half pay attention to chat. I can only like half read it. Oh yeah, Sephiroth is technically a yokai. Guys, who would win in a fight, Lord Enma or Sephiroth? Let me know in the comments below. Enma already beat Sephiroth in the second movie. Are you comparing Zazelmare to Sephiroth? Is that... I don't quite understand what the joke is. I don't understand why he's Sephiroth. I mean, I've never played Final Fantasy. I've never. Well, I can't say I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I never finished Final Fantasy VII. Would be the more accurate phrasing. Too boring. I'm sorry. I never got through it. I say as I'm enjoying Legend ZA. I'm on rank W right now. I might play some more after this. Because I have to do laundry, so I'm gonna be waiting around for a bit, especially because I also have to wash my sheets tonight. Or I guess I don't have to, but I really should. Okay, but Lord Enma got beat with like some powerful with Enma. What was I? Where was I going with this? But Enma has like, it needs to face like god level opponents and stuff. But also Sephiroth got beaten by a twink. Like, can we really say that Sephiroth is more powerful? And he got beat by fucking Cloud. And he got beat by just a guy. Versus John. Which John? John. Papa John. Lord Enma versus Papa John. I'd actually pay to see Papa John against anybody. Hell, I'll fight Papa John. If this stream gets 1,000 likes, I will 1v1 Papa John. Am I wrong though? Am I wrong though, Mika? Also, how are you typing? You should be helping us. What the hell? Cracking open Emma's paper now. Emma versus Papa John. Stupid. Oh, my funny bone is broken. What is wrong with me? Girl, what am I doing? What am I doing? Papa John's isn't even that good, right? Fucking Domino's solos that. Actually, almost any place solos that. The only option you'd be able to give me where I'd rather eat Papa John's is if it's fucking like Little Caesars or something. Or like, if you gave me a pizza that's literally covered in piss. Like, and even then, I might choose the piss. Anywhere is better. Pizza Hut isn't that great, but it's still better. But also, like, I live in a place that's, like, closer to a lot more, like, local independent shops and stuff. So, like, there's no reason to consistently get chain pizza. There's no need. What about pizza? What, Little Caesars? That shit's garbage. That's not even pizza. I think it's offensive to call that pizza. Like, girl, don't eat Little Caesars. Girl, you deserve better than that. Anyone deserves better than that, to be honest. Oh, we got a new member to the squad. Who are you? You got 10 seconds to tell me that you're somebody in the chat, or I'll ban you, but I assume you're not. I assume you're just some person who saw the room open. Personally, I prefer Domino's. I agree. If I have to order chain pizza, I'd rather go Domino's. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're gone. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that we're getting... You know what? Tsukiyomi. Can I... Get out of here. Can we change the order? Get this random Ananta the hell out of here. We'll put Simp as the second in command. So that we can possibly get better drops. Since he has the greed skill. I didn't think of that. Bro, are you kidding me? We literally have a hacker in the room. Why do... Girl. We got a hacker. That's crazy. No, get out of here. You're leaving. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bitch. That's not even the worst of it. I've seen watchers. I've seen someone come in as Katie. I've seen Haley before in a lobby. It's crazy. I did not know that there were active hackers in this game until like a year ago. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Nobody other random people can join. Get out of here. Is that a boss yokai? Yeah, that's Yami Kaira. He's a boss in he's the final boss. Once you complete all of the quests. Okay, Blasters is a more popular game though. I can see that. Seeing hackers in Yokai Watch 4 is just so freaking weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're ready. Let's actually play now. Let's stop giving the hackers any more attention. I don't even know, because I think my options might be a little different because I own the room. So I guess mine would be the third option to level up. I could technically level up in between the battles, which I might do next. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on though. I gotta do some laundry and I also gotta study. What if they just, well, yeah, sure. What if they just found the secret character? What surprises me is that there were emotes. You could see that, like, Ananta's emotes, or Yamikara's emotes were, like, they were differently colored. So it's potential that he was, like, programmed at some point to be playable in the game. Because also you see the same thing when you see, like, hackers playing as, like, the Watchers or Haley or the little Yo drone or whatever. It does the same thing. So that's also a possibility. That they just program all the characters like that, even if they're not playable. Papa John versus Lord Enma is complete. Please send it in the Discord server, or at least in Mystics. Are you in my server? I don't know, actually. I don't know who's in my server. It's not active anyway, like, who cares? Oh, then it's okay. Just send it to Mystics then, though, because I do really want to see that. It's okay. You don't want to be in my server. It's like nobody's active. There we go. Let's go to baby. I gotta stop saying. Why do I keep saying that? It's like it's a horrible instinct. Horrible instinct. See, guys, this is the kind of power that AI will never replace. Even if AI can generate an image of Lord Enma and Papa John having a duel, which it probably can because AI doesn't actually really know Yokai Watch that well, so it would probably look horrible. More horrible than normal, but it won't have the craftsmanship of logging into MS Paint to make a expertly crafted image of Papa John and Lord Enma going at it. Papa John's looks Lord Enma. I don't know if you know this, but like earlier this year, YouTube Studio added a inspiration tab, and it's literally just like it creates fake titles and thumbnails. I only clicked on it once just to see the stuff that it suggests, like early in the beginning, before I was pro even engaging with AI. I just wanted to see like what kind of titles it would spit out. And all the it gives you like thumbnails and a title. It gives you thumbnails and a title for a bunch of videos based on your channel. And like all of the Yokai Watch stuff, all the thumbnails were wrong. It doesn't know what Yokai Watch looks like. It doesn't know what any of the characters look like. It doesn't even know what the logo looks like. It can't even replicate the logo properly. That should be like the easiest part. And it's literally asking me for guides that aren't real. It's trying to get me to make guides that don't exist. And stuff. Yeah, half of it is stuff that's literally impossible to do videos on because they're not possible to guide or talk about because they never happened. And then the other half is why Yokai Watch failed in the West, because that's all people fucking make videos about. That's so many there are so many goddamn video essays on this platform about how Yokai Watch rose and fell in the West. It's like nobody gives a shit. All right, do you know how many times that story's been told and almost none of the new videos that people make have any extra substance to add? I don't want to watch 40 of the same video. We can do better when it comes to Yokai Watch content other than why Yokai Watch failed in the West. Everybody has made that video, and I refuse to make it. I will talk about Yokai Watch's failure when it's relevant, but I'm not going to make a whole ass video essay saying why Yokai Watch failed in the West. Because we all know why. We all know why, and so many people have explained it in the past couple of years that it's just nothing. It's just a nothing burger topic. Oh yeah, there's also that, like the Google AI overviews that come up when you search, when you try to do things in Yokai Watch. When I look up how to get this yokai, and then it just says things that just aren't true. Just pull shit out of its digital ass. But yeah, I've got a few videos down the pipeline which I think are different, and I've already done a lot of videos this year that I think y'all like the content, right? Like, do y'all like the topics that I choose? Is the stuff I talk about stuff you would want to see more of? Because I think I like to, I think I have a good range of video topics. Like I have reviews and stuff, and I also have like informational videos and teaching stuff and guides and whatever, and I think they're I think at least in comparison to last year, I'm doing pretty all right at least. Thank you. I really try this year. I try not to put out as much bullshit. TBF, half the reason I make Yokai content is because of how little there is. That's why I started Eldis. Literally. I wanted to watch stuff, but there was nothing to watch. There is no better motivator to make content than to make the stuff that you never had. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Wookie, will you ever do a Soul Link or a randomizer? I would need to find someone to do I've done a randomizer of 1 and 2. There is a randomizer of 3, but it only works before Nate and Haley meet, so I'm not sure if I want to go through a full playthrough of that. Soul Link? I would love to do a Soul Link. It's just finding somebody who's able to dedicate that amount of that much time to it as well is very tricky. I have some people in mind. I have like a couple people in mind that I would like to do it with, but I don't think they would ever be able to commit the amount of time required. Yeah, Mystic's somebody I'd love to do that with, but I don't know if we'd be able to do that kind of... We'd be able to stream it consistently enough or record it consistently enough for it to be viable. I would love to do it with Mystic. She would be my #1 pick of somebody to do with it. Work, real. Screw work. Don't fall into the employment propaganda. I am unemployed unless you count YouTube. I don't count YouTube. I'm not that delusional. I'm making like $150 a month at most during a good time. This is not a good time. This is a horrible time. But yeah, I have like a big kind of historical video in the works that I'm kind of reached a roadblock for in research, and in the meantime I'm gonna push out like a little opinionated video. It's been a while since I did one of those. I'm gonna record the script tomorrow, and I don't think I'm gonna start editing it until after finals, to be honest. Yeah, most money I make doesn't go into content. Most money I make goes into living, existing. Goes into shampoo. Goes into food. What do we not do yet? Do we got one to do? Do we do McCracken? We didn't do McCracken. Can we do Hino's all? What level are you guys? You know what? Screw it. We could probably pull it off. Looking at our history, we could probably pull it off, to be honest. Heck yeah. Yokai Watch 3 game cards. So it goes from like $10 to $30 a meal, depending, to $400 per meal. That sounds like a great strategy. Thank you. I never thought of that. If I started spending $300 on game cards to eat instead of food, I would be saving like -$400. I put them on pizza. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you, I think at only this tribe strategy gameplay is way more interesting, in my opinion, than doing like a limit, like only yokai that appeared in this game or only cat yokai. I think the tribe only challenge is like a really cool, like Yokai Watch specific challenge. I mean, I guess Pokemon probably has only this type challenges, right? I don't know. I don't play Pokemon. Pokemon's for dweebs. Ignore my playtime on Legends ZA. Well, it's only 3 hours, but still. See, I did both. I bought it on the 3DS before it shut down in case I could never get it. I did end up getting it, though. I bought 3 and Red Cat Core. I didn't have enough money to afford Psychic Blasters or Psychic Specters and White Dog Squad before the eShop shut down. So I never got those digitally. But now I do have them digitally. From this very cool website where you can get 3DS games for 100% off. You 100%ed ZA 3 times. Didn't that game come out like 3 weeks ago? Dear Princess Celestia. I mean, Blasters has online support now, right? through Pretendo. So I guess it's worth it to play that game now again, now that there's actual online play. I really want to get Fantasy Life I at some point. Two, and I'm pretty sure Blasters has like one of the modes. Like you can play online, or no, it might be still in the beta phase actually. But I know there's some sort of support for Blasters on Pretendo. But still something, so it's coming eventually. Plus, I'm sure there's a way with like Blasters Plus Plus to play with other people on Citra. On Citra or something. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Speaking of, where is Mister? Did she die? He's normally here. Did she die? Did she go deceased? Did she cease and decease? I don't know what I'm saying. My sleep schedule's been so shit. I am just done. I'm just done with everything. Mystic eats food? I thought she just photosynthesized. I hate the confusion in this game. Let's go. Guys, we defeated Hinozal. Can you believe it? That was so easy. Good thing there's not like a second phase or anything. Oh, god damn it. Why does it... Is there a reason it pairs him with Wobble Walk specifically? Like, I thought that was kind of weird. Leg sit should never have been in this game. Great, now I have to waste my time slaying maidens. I can try to hit both here at once, actually. If you'll stop, please, Hino. Ow. These ones are so annoying. Are y'all actually getting the Hinos all pun for the first time? Nothing. Nothing. Bend over. I mean, there is an actual yokai named Ben Tover. Legal name Benjamin Tover. Why? I have no idea. They did him. Some yokai have really cool names, and then you'll have like Ben Tover and fucking Throne Wiper. Whoever came up with the name Throne Wiper deserves to be swirly. Why? Why do I keep opening up the stupid menu? My fingers aren't that fat, are they? I'm not playing with Joy-Con. Bro, imagine your parents naming you Throne Wiper. That's kind of wild. Can we just, like, kill these, please? Where are you? I choose to believe that it's one dude. How did that go through him? What? Oh my god, finally. Are there any, like, of Hino's minions to take out? No, it's just Wobble Walk. Okay, that's good. You know what, Toma? We'll give you a shot. We might be able to summon a Kala with you. No! We were right there. I could have summoned a Kala. We ran out of time because of the Oni arm. Oh. Aww. Well, a spoiler isn't a secret. spoiler is out in the open information. It's not really a secret. It's just rude to tell somebody if they don't want to know. A secret is something that's being kept from you that you don't know about. A spoiler is as information about media that is available but you don't want to know. So a spoiler... So not telling someone a spoiler isn't really lying. And another gold coin. Okay, looks like it's you, Hinata. Is there a specific mission you want to do as the last one? Because this is the last one for me. Oh, I got shit to do. My God, get out of here. Please. I guess the B mission. Who's Hario? Another hacker. 2 hackers in one day. This time Fudomi Kai. At least he's playable, kind of, but that's why. Stop! Stop it! Get out of here, please! Get out of here! We do not support hackers on this channel. Get the hell out of here. Okay, let's see if I can start the B mission without there being an issue. Jeez. My gosh. Wait, no, there's this... Was that a That's yours, right? That's your McCracken. The name was in Japanese. I didn't get to read who owns it. But that's yours, right, Mika? Right? Right? I hope so. I hope there's not some random fucking person playing with us. Saya and Bad Boya, no. Okay, remember chat. Koma-san first. There you go. You get it. Yellow. Okay, good. Well, I can see it. Well, I guess now I can see it doesn't have a name tag in the on the map. Trying to take these guys out real quick, but they just won't die. I don't want you to die. Stop retreating. Oh yeah, this is so much more annoying than I thought it was. There you go. Ugh. At least I have a ultimate I can use for this one. Ow. Oh wait, did one of you ascend? Oh no! I will avenge your death. Why are my fingers so fat? Why do I keep touching that button? Come on. A stupid menu button. Sophie, I see you joined the Discord. Welcome to the Lonely Watchers. Let's go. Okay, 100k Oni orbs. You may join. I thought you didn't have this game. And also, we're done anyway. Sorry. Maybe next time. Oh, there's another match going on. Okay. Well, you can join these guys if you really want to. If you just don't want to keep playing. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I thought we would get to level 45 today. I guess we didn't. Let me switch the order here for you. I want to switch you back to Tsukiyomi. Can we finish Gilgros today? Gilgros is at... Is he at max level? Yes, he's at max level. Let's go. Level 99 Gilgros. So now we can start leveling up Simp and get him to level 1. Level 71. 1 level up from what he was. But we're almost at the full 99 team. That's pretty exciting. Only got 1 member to go. This is taking so long. And, of course, our pools from today. We got 5 red coins, 5 green coins, and 2 golden coins. Let's see what we get. Which one is that? Tsukumono? I think I'm blanking on the tribe names right now. Yeah, we could pretty much expect all this to be trash. Bitter medicine, let's go. X-orbs that do nothing. Oh, the crank in this game is really bad. The Oni crank in particular in this game is the worst crank in the entire series, if you ask me. This crank in particular is horrible. You need a gold coin if you even want a chance of getting something good. And even then, like gold Gasha and black Gasha can literally have low level items in them and stuff. It's terrible. Getting a gold or a black capsule does not guarantee you something good anymore. It's horrible. Which is something I want to talk about in a future video. Okay, gold coin. Why is that bottom row even an option for a gold coin? The fact that there's a lower row to begin with. Some of the coins in like Yokai Watch, like the higher coins, they have like only the top 2 or sometimes maybe even the top 3 rows. No, we have all 4 rows here. You can get this bottom trash, this filth, with a gold coin that takes so long to work up to the chance to even be able to grind them. It is insane. This is the worst designed Crank-a-kai system in the entire franchise. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. Now let's see what bullshit we get with our last gold coin, which we only got 2 of today, by the way. And it's very hard to even get them until it gets later. And it's a gray capsule. Fucking Snottlecon. Golden Snottlecon. This is worth... Even if I wasn't 260 hours in, this is worth nothing. This gives me absolutely nothing. I should not be getting a Golden Snottlecon from one of the most valuable coins in the game. It should not even be an option to be getting 2 gray capsules in a row or 2 gray capsules at all. You should not be able to get gray capsules from the Golden Oni Crank. And half of the yokai introduced in the DLC are exclusive to this crank. I have gotten none of them from this crank, by the way. Not a single coin I have gotten from this. Not a single yokai exclusive have I gotten from this crank. Actually, no, that's not true. I got 1 Shmoopy. All the others, I need to get traded from someone else. Because the odds are so impossibly shit that it takes somebody with 1,000 hours to even get those yokai. It's fucking pathetic. This is the worst the crank has ever been. The crank was never that great to begin with, but this is the shittiest rendition of it ever. Why is it designed like this? I don't fucking know. I guess so you waste hundreds of hours in it, which you could already do normally because this game is so good at wasting your time on meaningless shit. Yokai Watch 4 may be my favorite game, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna defend every shitty design decision it makes. Which is quite a few. I can work through some of them, but this is fucking disgusting. And I'm so glad that Yokai Watch 4 does not have microtransactions like Yokai Gakuen Y, or else they 100% would have exploited the shitty system they made. It's disgusting. At the very least, there is not a pay-to-win option. That is the one thing I am happy about the fucking crank. I am sorry. I have a lot of pent-up anger about this crank. I hate this crank so much. I would love to just make a fucking 40-minute long rant about how shitty the Oni crank is in Yokai Watch 4. Easily. Easily 40 minutes. Easily. How long have I been talking about it already? Fuck this game. And guess what? Guess what? See this? 100%. 100% Uki Wikipedia. No thanks for that shitty fucking crank. All thanks to my hard work and the people who are willing to trade me what I needed left. Shadowside Shadow Vanoct and all the yokai, most of the yokai from that shitty fucking crank. Fuck you, level 5. I hate your stupid Yokai Watch 4 Oni crank, and I hope I hope you learn your lesson in Holy Horror Mansion for Celestia's sake. I'm so sorry. That kind of triggered me for a second there. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I will try to rant less in the future, unless you all want me to. Unless it's like, I'd love to make rant videos. I'd love to just bitch about Yokai Watch, because I have so much to bitch about, but I don't really have a lot of opportunities to do so. So I would love to do a full-on rant in the future. This is why Yokai Watch to fail the US. Crazy fucking wild statement. That is so crazy. The Oni Crankakai that did in a game that didn't even come to the West is why Yokai Watch failed in the West. You know some YouTuber would make that point, though. Can we... Hold on. Can we... Do I have... Can I... Can we talk for a second? Because... Why Gakuen microtransactions called Yokai Watch to fail in the West? No way. Something that pissed me off so much when Holy Horror Mansion was revealed was when Abdallah put in his 2 cents. This is related to your comment, Azza. That actually reminded me of this. Do you want to know what his Holy Horror Mansion video is about? I'll give you a hint. It was not about Holy Horror Mansion. Had pretty much nothing to do with Holy Horror Mansion. He decided to talk about people allegedly complaining that, oh, this isn't Yokai Watch, which I'm sure there's a lot of people doing that, but it's a vocal minority. But he spent so much time blaming pirates for Yokai Watch's demise in the West. Do you even understand how incredibly moronic that sounds? He blamed the pirates of Yokai Watch, of which there were not many. There were very few people pirating, especially 3DS games in those days, because 1, it was hard, and 2, the games were actively being sold to you. Unlike now, where there is no legal way to purchase those games. But he is acting, that's why so many people pirate now, but he's acting like people were pirating on the scale that they are now, or even greater, when Yokai Watch came out, and that's why it failed in the West. That's why Yokai Watch 1 sold over 1 million copies. That's why Yokai Watch 2 sold over 11 million copies, because they were both going to sell 300 million copies each if people weren't pirating the games. Do you know how shitty the free shop was in that era of the 3DS? Do you know how hard it was to pirate 3DS games? Do you know how difficult it was to even get an emulator working properly for these games? People were not pirating these games at such a large scale that it could disrupt the entire series, that it could ruin its sales. The 20 people who pirated Yokai Watch 1 in 2013 did not sink the franchise. What sunk the franchise was, one, it was not a series that was very friendly to people not familiar with the cultural references, with the Japanese themes and all the references to literature and culture and Japanese mythological creatures. It was that in combination with poor marketing decisions, especially on the part of Nintendo of America, and its poor integration with the other companies that helped in localizing the series. It was on Nintendo for their shitty advertisements, and on level 5 for getting the games localized so late, taking so many years to get them over here. It is on Hasbro and Disney XD for fucking butchering the anime and the toys. People pirating Yokai Watch, especially at that time, were such a minority of people, were such a small number of people, that in no fucking way would that have any impact on Yokai Watch's sales. And to blame people pirating for Yokai Watch failing in the West is crazy. People didn't really start pirating Yokai Watch games until they stopped being sold, until the series was already defunct, because there's nothing else to do now. There's pretty much no way to support this series. I've supported this series as much as I possibly could, but there's nothing that can be done anymore. There was no way to support this. I never really liked Abdallah that much. Even back in the day, I had the ick for him. Okay, I could just tell. Lil Jamie knew he was a dick. I hated his personality. I hated his videos. I never watched him. I was a Johnny Awesome kid back in the day. And I also watched a lot of Robet as well. They did make a lot of side games. That's another reason Yokai Watch failed. Oversaturation. Did you know that from 2013 to 2019, there was a Yokai Watch game every single year? Sometimes multiple games per year if we're talking about mobile apps and arcade games and stuff. Do you think that was not a major contributor? Do you think even Akihiro Hino himself said it? He said it in a recent interview earlier this year. He was like, we put Yokai Watch on a permanent pause because we feel like consumers were getting over inundated with content. There was always a game every year. We felt like we were pushing it too much and the series needed to pause, because they paused it because the sales were running low, because gamers and consumers were getting oversaturated with content. They were getting overwhelmed with content. And it just made the game slowly drop in quality. And we started to see that with Blasters 2 being such a mess. That game, to this day, is so fucking glitchy. And it's just a rush together job. And then you see the immediate next game. Well, I guess not technically the immediate next game, because Yokai Watch 1 for Nintendo Switch came up before that. But Yokai Watch 4 had that same problem. And they just had to rush so much about that game's development, because they shifted it from a Shadowside-centric game to a game that encompasses all three timelines. And they had to do that. They had to do that because they needed to tie it in with media. Do you see this problem? This is the same reason Pokemon games are as bad as they are. Why they are so rushed, why they are so broken and messy, why there are people complaining every time there's a Pokemon release. You know why? because they have to have media tie-ins. They have small teams that they have to crunch and rush to get this out, and they have to tie it in with whatever anime is happening at the same time. Do you know when Yokai Watch started failing? Pretty much when it started doing that same thing. When it started rushing games, cobbling stuff together in order to coincide with whatever anime was releasing. Yokai Watch, say what you will, but Yokai Watch and Level 5 had the decency to pull the plug. They saw people are not buying these games as much anymore. The quality is getting worse. Let's stop while we're ahead. Let's focus on other things. Let's pull out and regroup later. And we're getting Holy Horror Mansion, but Level 5 is not officially retired Yokai Watch. There's still a chance they could bring it back later, and they've talked about remakes or potential future games and stuff. I don't think the series is dead. I think they pulled out when they needed to. But Pokemon doesn't have that slap in the face, because they are the most successful media franchise of all time. They are not getting that slap in the face that's saying, oh, the games are selling poor because they're doing worse. Let's pull back, rethink our strategy, rethink our marketing strategy. Let's give the game all the time it needs to cook. Let's give it bigger, better teams. Let's not split our development teams to be developing multiple games at a time. Even though they easily could, because they are a bigger company. Pokemon. How many employees work at the Pokemon company? How many? You know what? How many employees are at Game Freak? Let's look that up right now. How many employees at Game Freak? 207? Are you kidding me? Suddenly I feel less bad, but also they're partially owned. Pokemon is partially owned by Game Freak, the Pokemon company, and Nintendo, one of the most successful companies on the fucking planet. They could easily... I was about to say, they probably have more resources, but they're just splitting them than Level 5. Turns out that's not true. Do you know how many employees Level 5 has? 300. Level 5 has more employees than Pokemon. than Game Freak, I mean, sorry. Level 5 has more employees than Game Freak. That's crazy, actually. They could easily afford to get new employees, to get more people working on these games, but they don't. They are owned by one of the most successful companies on the planet, and they are developing for the most successful media franchise on the planet. Level 5 is barely surviving in comparison. They cannot take that risk. They cannot put everything on Yokai Watch again just for it to fail. They already have their team split so many ways. So many ways. They are developing so much at a time, and there's projects like Deca Police and Holy Horror Mansion that we practically know nothing about. It's turning into rant hour. But yeah. There are so many factors that go into why Yokai Watch could not sustain itself in its current form at the time of its discontinuation. But to blame it on the inconceivably minuscule number of people pirating Yokai Watch 1 when it came out is the most unbelievably doltish statement I've ever seen come out of his stupid fucking face. I have never hated Abdallah any more than I have after I saw that video. I cannot believe this community loved and adored him for so long. He knows nothing. He is not a fan. He used us. He abandoned Yokai Watch as soon as it became unprofitable for him. He never finished Gakuen Y. Not because it's a shitty game, which would be a good reason, because it is, but because it was not making him money anymore. We need to stop pretending like Abdallah ever cared about this community. He was never one of us. And the fact that he would sit there and blame people pirating now for why Yokai Watch failed then is no greater evidence that he is, at best, a moron, and at worst, an evil individual. He didn't even do the Zomgrillas fight in 3. There's got to be better guides for Yokai Watch 4 out there by now. Don't watch Abdallah's. You know what? If not, I will start making Yokai Watch 4 guides. Fuck it. I will start making Yokai Watch 4 guides if there's not any good ones out there right now. Because we do not need to be giving him anything. He deserves nothing. If level 5 doesn't succeed, we get no Yokai Watch. I would like to start supporting them when I have the chance. Munching Orange, and I've heard of and Munching Orange. I don't know who Hero Voltsy is. I've never heard of them. Let me check who this is real quick. Hero Voltsy. Yokai Watch 4. 467K. And they're playing Yokai Watch? Wow. It's the fan translation too. How to unlock Papa John and Yoga. I would love to see more parody content like that for Yokai Watch. That would be fun. That would be really fun. As I just saw your post in IRL pics. I did try the Professor Layton games on DS because I'm like, maybe I was like considering picking up World of Steam when it comes out. Was honestly not really a fan. Honestly, not really a fan. I will consider Megaton Musashi, and I do really want to get Fantasy Life I. I wish I could animate, or I would make parody animations. A YTP, like an old, like a classic YTP with like sentence mixing and stuff for Yokai Watch, that would be kind of cool. I'm sure there's at least one out there, but I'll have to look into that. Actually, that's what I'm going to look into right after this stream. But I should call off the stream now. It was not meant to go this long. I just really had to rant about that. But there's a YTP trilogy called The Swirly Coma. I'll have to check that out after this. But oh, and retrospectives, we have enough of those. They're all fucking retrospectives. Either Yokai Watch 1 retrospectives or why Yokai Watch failed in the West. That's like 90% of the content on here on this series, and it's sad. But before I rant anymore, I should really actually go this time. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye, my lonely watchers. Whoops. Wrong one. Let's actually end it this time.